Hello, good morning everyone. In this lesson, we are learning database part 2. So in this topic, we will cover next number 1. The chapter of the database is very important topics about the database model. That is called data model, schema, and instance. Data model and schema. So what is schema? Schema is and schema is nothing. Schema is a that is the data which is stored in database at particular moment of time is called an instance of a database. Suppose your name Y is stored at 10:20 a.m. and Z will be stored suppose 10:20 am. So Y is stored at a particular time and moment at database. That is a instance or called schema. That is called instance data. The data which stored in database at a particular moment of the time means particular moment means a particular time, particular situation, particular point. That is called the schema. And the overall design of database is called schema. Schema means simply we can say that in real life the scheme. Suppose we want to build a building, So first of all we draw the design of a building, what the bedroom, where the kitchen room, where the drawing room, where the stair will be here, everything. So design of the whole structure of database is called the overall design of database. Suppose we want to design a school database, school faculty details, school faculty details, school student details, school administration details, school room details, school laboratory details, all are stored in separate tables, and all the infrastructure overall design is called the design called schema. So therefore we can say in simply the overall design of database of anything, school, college, university, anything, small organization, small factory, anything, that is called schema, or it is also called table. Table means it contains some rows and columns. So a database schema is a skeleton structure of database, and database schema is a skeleton structure of database. It represents logical view of the entire database. Suppose we want to represent a database like a school have student student. So how to save student? A student table. School have laboratory, school have room, school have some infrastructure. So we can same in laboratory in lab table. School have some faculty, we can save in faculty table. School have consists of some administration like a vice principal, TIC, director sir. So we can say it a administration table, admin staff table, or can say simply staff table, administration. So school database is consist of some table, some schema like a student, lab, faculty, administration. So it's the overall design of a school, that is called the schema. So that's why it is known as the a schema is a skeleton structure of the database. It represents the logical view of entire database. It contains a schema like a table, foreign key, primary key, views, columns, data types, stored, also. Next time will be delivered in the next lecture. Then we can describe the primary key, foreign key, views also. So a database schema can be represented by a virtual diagram. Virtual diagram. The diagram shows database object relationship in each other. That is called diagram. Entity relationship diagram. A database schema can be represented in a virtual visual diagram, that is called the diagram. Means entity relationship diagram, means student will be related, how to student and entity will be related with another tables, how to one table how to related with the another tables simply. So database schema is designed by database designer to help programmers to whose software will be interact with database. In this case, if we program a if we write down a software for a school database, so first of all we can save the student in a student table. We can we can save the structure, we can save our faculty staff, so we can your faculty table, so you can, that's the help to programmer to design the software. That's why it is known as a data. That's why it is noted that the the database schema is designed by database designer to help programmers whose software will interact with database. The process of database creation is called data modeling, and the process of database creation, that means the when database will be created. Suppose we want to create a college database, college, or suppose a company database. So company database will be also be split into some instance, and that is called data modeling. It is called data modeling. The process of the database creation is called data modeling. The process of the process of the database creation is called data modeling. So dear students, first of all, what is the schema? Schema is nothing, the data which stored in database at a particular time. Means a data, suppose your name y, it is stored at 10 a.m., that is particular time, that is called instance of database. And also we can say that the overall design of database is called schema, and database schema is a skeleton of structure of database. It represents the logical view of entire database. We can say that simply the map of database. We can help we can help the programmer to database design, that programmer to how to write a program and what data to store them simply. uh, the process of database creation is called data modeling. And we can show also be a visually by database schema instance by entity relationship diagram, where we can show the primary key, foreign key, or another key also. Database, so suppose here example there, student, a course, a frequency. Student is a schema, that the raw fact, the data is name, student number, class, major. Course have some course name, course number, credit or hours, department, etc. Also frequency. Frequency means suppose course number, frequency number, section, grade report. So next term is data independence. We can learn now. We are learning the next topic, the data independence. Data independence. So suppose what is independence? Suppose now you are not independent because you are dependent on others, but I am independent. I am independence because I am not dependent on my father. I am economically strong, and I am a share, so I can earn my money. I can handle my family easily. So I can independence. Similarly, data independent. Data will be not dependent to another. Data will be independent. individually independent, that is called data independence. Data independence can be explained using three schema architecture. Data independent schema is nothing, is a characteristics, is a properties that is to be able to modify, means able to modify, you can change the any label that is not effect to other labels, that is called data independence. Data independence refers a properties that is able to modify the schema at one level of the database system without altering the schema at the next higher level. Means if you change the anything in the physical level, that is not effect to the next higher level or next higher level also, means if we fully independence, that is called the data independence. Database independence can be explained using three tier schema. It is called physical schema, logical schema, and external schema. That is called physical level schema, logical level schema, and external level schema. In this previous section, we are known about that the database have a three-tier architecture, that the internal level, conceptual level, and the view level. Similarly, here data independence are three-tiered architecture: the physical level, logical level, and external level. Physical level independence is the ability to can physical level database independence is database is a independence to ability to modify. If you change the anything change in physical level, that is not effect to in next higher level, that is called physical data independence. Next, logical level data independence. If you change in the logical data independence is the ability to modify the changes in logical level to not effect to next higher level, means external levels, not effect to next higher level external levels. That is called physical dependence. That is suppose physical we can say write down there, I wrote here, physical data independence can be defined as the capacity of changes in internal schema without having changed to next conceptual schema. Suppose we want to change the storage size of database system server, then conceptual structure of database will not affected. Means if you if you change the size of physical level, then not effect to logical level, that is called physical level schema data independence. Next, logical data independence. Logical data independence is similarly, if you change anything in logical level, that is not effect having no changes in the external level, that is called logical data independence. External level independence, external level independence not required there, that is well two level independence is there, physical level and the logical level, and all are belongs to the database store database. That is called next term, database language. Everything the language, what is language? Language is a middle interpreter, means language is a communication by communicator that is help to understand. Suppose English language, English language is a communication, is a communicator that that understood you or me also. Suppose if I teach you in French language, then you can understand, you cannot understand, but English is a the why, that's why I can speak in English, I can teach you in English. The language similarly, if you don't know about database language, then you cannot learn the database. So first of all, database language. What is database language? Database language is a interface to express database queries and updates. What is query? Query means, suppose, what is your name? I ask you, what is your name? That is a query. When you reply me, my name is suppose Mr. X, that is the query. Suppose the answer. So similarly, when you ask something to database and database reply to you, that is query. So database query, so that is the database query you ask from external level, and the query, the question will be manipulated in the conceptual level, and automatically conceptual level reply to you or the answer of the query. Database language can be used to read, store, and update of database in database. Database language or can be always used to read, store, and update the data in database. Mean insert, update, delete, all things done by database language. Database language are there many types language: DDL, DCL, DML, and TCL. DDL means data definition language, DCL means data control language, DML means data manipulation language, and TCL means transaction control language. DDL, suppose we want to create a database, suppose we want to create a table, it is called table. So DDL defines, DDL means data definition, data definition language, data definition language. In this case, it defines, it works with table create, table create, table alter, field, add, alter mean modify, delete, field size change, field size change. Number 3, table name, rename of the table, Number 4, rename of the table. Number 4, delete the table, So DDL defines, means DDL definition, data definition language. How to help there? Here we can, suppose we can get table, suppose your name, your roll number, here is there. So table is created. So name, suppose table, if we want to insert another row, another columns, that is called the help with the DDL. Suppose we want to delete the roll number, that is the help of the DDL. Anything, field size change, table name, suppose table name is there, table name student table, we want to rename the student from X table, so this called, I want to delete the table. All things are done by DDL, means that the internal structure of the database handled by DDL. Hello. No. নিয়ে আসো, রাখো। That is mean DDL is nothing. DDL is a language that is handle with that is care with the table creation. Table means simply internal structure of the table. Table field alteration, field deletion, field updation, field size change, rename the table to table creation, delete the table. All things are done by the table DDL. Next term DML, data manipulation language. DDL. Next, data manipulation language. It deal with, suppose, insert, update and delete the information by records into the table, means suppose role name here, table here, role here. Suppose we want to insert y, role number 1, m, role number 2. That is the insertion process. Suppose we want to update. Suppose we want to update role number 2, that is name is y, not is m. It is also be it is corrected with Mia. So we want to update. So Mia. So we want to update the record. We want to delete the record. Suppose I want to delete the record from y. That is whose role number y. So I want to delete the record. So insertion, insert, update, delete of the records into the table, not the table structure. Table overall the overall operation of the table is called DDL, but when the record insertion, record updation, record deletion, all things are related, it is called the data manipulation language. Next, data control language. First of all, the TCL, transaction control language. Everything is transaction. Suppose you want to withdraw some money from ATM. When withdraw, transaction. When with the balance inquiry is transaction. When you change your PIN number is transaction. Everything is transaction. The transaction is nothing. Transaction is the collection of some programs. First of all, read my account, then fetch my balance, then some add money into my account. That is, all three instructions are called the transaction. When the all three operations are done, that is called the commit, means save. When or not done, it is undo. Suppose we are done near out down commit, it is the wrong information. We want to undo or delete the information. So go back into previous version, that is called the rollback. That is, two commands are used in the transaction control language. Means when the transaction is covered, means suppose your operation will be done or not done in failure, the two commands are used, the commit and rollback. Commit is used for the save the transaction, mean all operations are done successfully, or rollback means that your transaction or your operation will be not is success, is in middle portion of the or last portion is failure. Suppose failure, then the when the crash the point is clear, when the crash point from crash point to the previous point will be automatically restored. That is called rollback of the procedure. So we want to learn the DDL. DDL means the suppose create with the internal level schema like a table creation, field creation, field alteration, everything done by DDL. Next, DML done means data manipulation language. It deals with records, record insertion, record updation, record deletion, everything. Next, data transition control language. When insertion will insert or update or delete will be done, means the operations are done. When operations are done, your transition is done. The how to save, use commit button. Commit is a commit command. But if you want to change, if you want to go back from previous version, then rollback. That is, rollback is a procedure. Rollback is simply undo, means you want to go back your home simply. DCL, data control language. Suppose we want to retrieve our records from database, that is called data control language, means select command. Select, SELEECT, select. Suppose here is a table, Mia roll number 1, suppose Ion roll number 3. So I want to show the whole data of the table, that is called DCL, mean data control language. So I'll hide down, select star from student table. That is the query. It's a query, simple query. That is called DCL, means retrieve data. Suppose we know, I want to know what is the name of the roll number 2. Select star from student where roll number equal to 2. That retrieve the information where roll number equal to. All information will be done here. Retrieve here from here. So simply that is called DCL, means data control language. So database language is a 4 types: DDL, DCL, DML and TCL. So DDL for data definition language. It's a table used for create table, indexes, constant database. DDL you can create skeleton database. Suppose your names, constants, column, tables. DDL suppose create table, alter table, drop table, truncate table, rename table, comment, everything done by DDL. DML stands for data manipulation language. It is very accessing and manipulating data in database. So DML simply select, insert the database, insert record in database, update record in database, delete the record from database, merge the record in database, call the query language, explain the college and log the table also. This DCL means data control language. Data control language is simply we can say that the control from the revoke or suppose rollback or commit also. That is the so just summarize our lesson. First of all, data model. Schema. First schema. Schema is nothing. Schema is simply a table. Schema is a table. Schema is a schema. Instance is nothing. Instance, when the data is stored in a particular moment in database, it is called instance of database, or also called the instance is a skeleton of database. Instance is a overall design of database. Suppose we want to build a building, we want to build a building. So how to map the building? That is called the skeleton of the structure. So we want to anything, first of all enter the database. enter the map of the database, it is called the instance. It is help to also it is help to the design database programmers whose software will be interact with database. The process of database creation is called data model. Independence. Data independence is nothing. It is explained three time scale structure: physical data independence, logical data independence, and external level independence. No, external level, that is two level: physical level, logical level. Data independence is ability to modify if you change anything in any level and is not affect to another level. If you change in physical level activities, it is not affect to another level activities. That is called data independence, physical independence. If you change logical level, if you change anything in logical level, that is not affect to the next higher level. That is called logical data independence. Database language. Language is simply communication or interface between the user and database also. So database language is used for read, store, update and data in a database. So database language are four types here: DDL, DCL, DML and DCL. DDL used for table creation, table alteration, table drop, table rename, table delete, anything also. DCL is rollback and commit also. DML is used to insert record, insert, update records, select record or anything, or delete, update, insert, update, delete, merge, anything. All operation done by means manipulation of database is done by data manipulation language DML. And DCL, data control language, that is called also be select command. TCL is transaction control language, means when transaction is covered, the how to save the commit button. Commit command is used for the save the transaction all works. And next the term is the next term is that next term is here also the rollback process. If you done something wrong, so how to back to your previous version, rollback, that is called TCL also. So I hope that you will be learn from here and also be in next time will be your lecture will be in practical version. I mean how to use DDL, how to use DCL, how to create table, how to alter table. All things are done by practical level section, and next lecture will be delivered in next time. So I hope that you will be enjoy. Good luck.